Until this Saturday, November 2nd, I believe. No, I'm sorry, actually, November 3rd, all the content in the store is 20% off. The code is down there with the link if you would like to support my content and also get yourself a dope hoodie or anything. Make sure to do so at a discount down below. Thank you guys. Let's talk about game chat.
Fucking game is talking.
Shoot a gun, dog. Learn how to fucking shoot a gun, you
fucking
freaking
riot
bitch.
shield. What else do you want me to
Oh, riot shield! I'm a pussy that use riot shield!
Oh, now I'm a... What do you want me to use?
Faggot.
You tell me what you want me to fucking use.
Today I want to take you guys on a ride down that nostalgia train because I think this is a topic that we should talk about. Now, we live in a world today that I would say is pretty safe, okay? Nobody's allowed to say anything that is deemed offensive, right? Everyone throws their arms up in rage and fear anytime anything bad is said. You pretty much have to apologize for literally everything. You can't say anything anymore. Everyone gets offended over the most stupid shit. But you know, my generation, we lived through something called Xbox Game Chat. Now, I want you to imagine, if you never experienced anything like this, I want you to imagine the most horrendous, offensive things that could be said today. And I want you to multiply that by about 7,000. Because this shit is unrivaled. Y'all literally will get offended over getting called stupid and cry. You get called just the most random name in the world, and kids today will break down and cry. But these game chats, man, these turned boys into men. And if you never experienced it, you just won't understand. Now, there is a very specific game franchise that I hold very close to myself that had just the worst, and I mean the worst game chats. Call of Duty game chats were just AIDS, to say it at best, were just the worst. I learned every racial slur, every homophobic slur, every insult, every your mom joke, everything, just through those chats. I went into these game chats as a young boy, and I came out a seasoned veteran. Honestly, like, if you ever were in a MW2, Black Ops 1, MW3, Black Ops 2 game chat, you deserve a veteran's discount. And even then, even when these things were just the most toxic chats in the world, they were still better than party chat. I mean, I have been in the witnessing count of so many horrible game chats. I have heard the worst shit been said to other people. I have heard death threats. I have heard getting, I'll boot you offline. I have heard threats to slaughter families. I have heard threats to shoot schools up. I've heard threats for pretty much everything, every name, ever. At this point, I feel like the Juggernaut from MW3, it's wild. But the great thing about these chats is that even though they were toxic, a lot of mean things were said in them. It forced you to be a part of that community, you know? You had to interact with your teammates. You had to actually play the game together, especially, and I'm talking primarily about Call of Duty, because this is where I experienced a lot of it. In modes like Search and Destroy, you were in there with all these other players, and anytime something happened, anything, if someone made, the greatest play of all time, you heard everyone go stupid. If you saw someone hit a clip, you heard everyone go stupid. If a teammate didn't clutch up a 1v2 in Search or something, you made sure that they knew about it. The whole party did. Everyone made sure that player was lambasted. And you know what? That put a lot more emotion into the game, and that put a lot more passion into it. Because if I'm in that 1v2 situation and all my teammates are dead, I'm clutching up, because I'm not trying to get called every name in the book when I'm killed. Kids today have this safety on them, okay? They can just sit in party chat with, like, 3 friends, never have to interact with another person in voice chat. And that sucks. And I wish that games would start forcing you to use game chat again, because it makes you interact. A lot of the fun of these older Call of Duty games is just the fact that you don't know what's gonna happen in voice chat. You can join in a lobby, and the most harsh argument of all time is going on right there in front of you, and you have a front row seat to the funniest shit you're gonna see in days. In days. But you also might meet some really great people, too. I have met so many awesome friends, and, other people to play games with through these voice chats. Believe it or not, not everybody was toxic in those things. And they made the game better, because, like I said, not only did you might have witnessed the funniest thing ever, you might have just gone stupid when one of these crazy clips gets hit. You might meet new friends, but at the end of the day, you actually had to talk to someone who wasn't one of the 3 people you play with on a daily basis. And it toughened a lot of us up, man. Like I said, I was really young when I started getting into these games. I was 10 years old when I started really getting into online Call of Duty and Black Ops 1. I can't imagine how much of a bitch I would be if I wasn't just bullied in these games. By grown men across the world. Just bullying the shit out of me. If that never happened, I can't imagine what I'd be today. And I think that's a lot of the problem with these newer kids playing Fortnite and shit. They don't get bullied like that, They don't just get these I can't even describe what they are. They're not even insults. They go beyond that. These wars pretty much waged on them. And they're just softer, man. This new generation's soft. And primarily with the newer generation of consoles, game chat has just started to die. And that's honestly a shame. And not only because you just don't see all these funny arguments or these classic clips where people are going stupid in the backgrounds anymore, It's not always because of that. It's because when I look back on it, man, these newer age kids, they're just never gonna have the great childhoods that I had. And I know that this is said all the time by something from every generation. Like, my parents always tell me, you kids aren't ever gonna know about that old classic NES era and stuff where your friends came over and sat on the couch and you guys played. You guys won't know shit about those arcade cabinets and stuff, right? I think, honestly, our generation, primarily if you're between like the ages of 18 and 25, maybe older than that even, who experienced that real golden age of game chat, I think we can all agree that just looking back on all of it, it's something that I don't want kids in the future and future players to miss out on. And there's just so much benefit to having it. And the fact that it's being shuttered for these safe little party chats where no one's feelings can get hurt unless you invite someone in who can hurt your feelings is just a shame. And I think it's sad that we live in a world where everyone gets so offended over everything. The beauty of Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 2 and all these old Call of Duty games and all these old games during this golden era of my childhood is that you could legitimately just get on and have fun. And a big part of that is due to those game chats, man. And this is all only 8 to 5 years ago. That's what's crazy to think back on. It's been that long since we played Black Ops 2 in middle school and just shit-talked each other into oblivion, bullied each other into tears over sniper clips, over, stats in Call of Duty. But at the same time, so many great childhood memories have been made. A great part of a lot of these Call of Duty sniping montages from back then is that you could actually hear the reactions. And I know not many, sniping clips and stuff like that are coming out nowadays, and teams like FaZe Clan and stuff have all gone and just went to vlogging and stuff like that. But when you watch those old montages and you see these insane clips, you hear everyone in the lobby screaming and going stupid. And then those funny clips of just everyone calling each other just horrible names. While as a newer gamer, you might listen to that and think, wow, that just sounds shitty. It really wasn't. It really wasn't a bad time. And as time has passed, I think that all of these newer features have kind of spoiled a lot of players. So why should we ever think back on these times as just these great times if so much bad things were said? Because back then, everybody could hear something bad, and they wouldn't let it get to them to that, degree, that it actually burned them up inside. Back then, people had thick skin. We weren't little bitches about everything. We didn't let the most tame words offend us. And I don't mean to draw any weird conclusion out of this, but doesn't it seem weird that as game chat finally disappears from gaming, everyone just, forgets that jokes are allowed, and everyone just gets more and more offended as time goes on over everything? I mean, even in CSGO, a lot of what is said is just so tame compared to all of this horrible stuff that we heard on Call of Duty back in that golden era, man. And now, all you hear, oh my god, CSGO chat is the most toxic thing ever, it's horrible. I'm just telling you, man, if you lived through MW2 chat lobbies, through Call of Duty chat lobbies, through those Halo chat lobbies, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. It almost, makes me want to go back. I just want to go back just for a day, just to experience how great that was as a time period in my life. All the memories that I made with all of these great friends through chat lobbies in Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, MW3, these were the games, man. Even MW2 to an extent, just, oh my goodness. If you're a young kid listening to this, you just will never get it, because you're just never gonna be in that time era. And this is one of those few things I can look back on and say, wow, why did we ever get rid of this? Anyways, thank you guys for listening to me just ramble on about, video game chat lobbies for the last, I don't know how long. If you did enjoy, and you should probably leave a like if you did, also make sure to leave a like if you survived the MW2 chat lobby. Subscribe down below for more content. Follow me on Twitter @SubTheOptimus. Join that Discord down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, going into game chat, and signing out.